Hey everyone, so by now hopefully you are having your Radiantly Timeless show up in the mail. So I think it's perfect timing and a great opportunity to talk about how the heck we use this, and I'm going to give you what my skincare regimen is through using Radiantly Timeless, as well as our good old classic Dead Sea Whip face wash. That is still my go-to face wash. And as you see in the trio, we did not include a cleanser because we just hit it out of the park with the Dead Sea. There was no reason to really make another one at this point in time. But let's get into Radiantly Timeless. So your trio comes with 3 items, right? We have the mask, we have the moisturizer, and the serum. So if you perhaps weren't in a skincare regimen before, you're kind of new to the whole game, and I know I was when we were working on developing this. I had used serums and I had used moisturizers, but never all together and in a collection. So this was a new learning experience for me as well, and one that I have to say is totally paying off by how awesome my skin looks and feels lately. So first, let's talk about the facial mask. Amazing product. It has lots of raw honey, tons of awesome clays. The peppermint essential oil is fabulous. If you have a headache or anything, this is like the go-to mask. But your mask will come in this awesome, beautiful jar. And, I just put a thin layer on my skin. I use a paintbrush, just a kid's paintbrush to put it on. Makes it a lot easier to clean up and way more easy to spread and stuff on my face. And I probably do this, I would like to say that I stick to, twice a week, but I have to be honest, sometimes I just don't have time. But I try to definitely do it at least once a week to help tighten up, close up pores, remove toxins, and just really give me that zesty feel after you do a nice, tightening, amazing mask. So this is something that doesn't have to be a daily thing, and it is something that I do recommend using at least once a week. If you can do it twice, that would be amazing, because you would see even more pore tightening and reducing the sizes of your pores, by using it twice a week, because every time you use it, it will do that. Next, let's talk about what I do after. So if I'm, let's say it's the morning time, for instance, we'll start with morning. I use the serum and the moisturizer every morning and night. For me, that works best. I usually do it after the shower because, I've used my Dead Sea Whip face wash while I'm taking a shower and getting ready for the day. Mom, we have to multitask, get it all done at once. So when I'm done with my shower and I'm ready to start prepping my face to get ready for the day and perhaps put on a little makeup, serum is what I use first. Now, I am a product overuser, I'll admit it. I love using products, and so I probably use what I would say is average to a little bit above average amounts of things. I used to be the person who, when I used like toxic things, would go through 2 or 3 bottles of conditioner a month. I just like to use a lot of product, and that's fine. That's just who I am. Doesn't mean it has to be you, but I do find that I tend to be more of the norm of people who are using things, right? Just looking at average trends and stuff like that. So what I do for the serum is I will do probably 1.5 pumps of serum in the morning. And some people wonder, well, isn't it going to make your face too greasy? Nope, it doesn't at all, and that will be the moisturizer's job next, which we'll talk about. But I just give the serum a little shake because the green tea extract, I want to make sure I get it in every pump. You'll see and notice when you've shaken it up really well. And I just do a couple of pumps and do it really everything. I include my neck. So I do all the way around. I make sure I get around my eyes, use the serum everywhere. So I let that soak in for probably a minute or so while I'm brushing my teeth or doing something else and getting ready. And next for me comes the moisturizer. Now for the moisturizer, I use 2 to 3 pumps on my face, and probably more of a 3-pump girl actually. And I love this moisturizer because it will take care of locking and sealing in the moisture and the oils from the serum, but it'll also, with the power of the organic alcohol in the moisturizer, give you a nice dry, clean palette when you're done, which is fabulous. So I don't have that greasy feel after using the moisturizer. And if you were a Radiantly user before, you may recall, having that greasy feel from our old formula, which, didn't work out and we ended up discontinuing. But this facial moisturizer is amazing. It has blueberry extract, just so fabulous for tightening the skin, helping boost collagen, and like I said, it really is the final layer to using the serum. These are meant to be used together. You're really not meant to just use one or the other. You can, but that being said, I wouldn't necessarily recommend just using the moisturizer every single day or a couple of times a day due to the fact that there aren't a lot of oils in this. It's meant to be together. That's why it's the trio. All three pieces complement each other and are part of the skincare system. So this, like I said, I do about 2 to 3 pumps. Pump it on, perfect, you know, for my skin and everything. So that being said, I do recommend also, if you can, a nighttime routine with this. Now, I know that sometimes we are just so absolutely exhausted by the time that night rolls around that I don't get to doing, you know, my whole skincare regimen, which is fine. You know, even if I just end up using the Dead Sea face wash, get my face clean, and fall asleep, you know, sometimes that's the best that I can do. But when I do find I have the time, I love being able to at least lock in the serum for nighttime. Not only does it make my pillow smell amazing because of this fabulous essential oil blend that we have in here, which is really like salvation for your skin, but also it really does lock in the moisture, and I find that the next day I just feel better. My skin really has that amazing soft feel, and you know, even if I'm in a pinch in the morning, let's say, and I don't do a full shower, don't have the time to do a full routine, I'm able to make sure that my skin's nice, and it just really gives your makeup a great foundation. That's the other thing I forgot to say and to share. I used to be a Primetime girl, and I don't know if you know Primetime, but it is another makeup company's basic foundation layer of this moisturizer that helps your makeup cling on a little better and gives you a more flawless, even look. I find that this is my new Primetime. I have not used Primetime since I've used this trio, and it's been amazing because it really does make such a great foundation and base for your makeup if you're using some, you know, mineral powder or something afterwards. So at night I do the same thing. Usually I'll try, you know, to do my mask at night because I know the kids aren't going to touch it, goop it, whatever. So while I'm sitting down having a glass of wine, I'll do the facial mask, and once I'm done with that, again, I'll probably use a little extra of the serum, just because I know it's nighttime. It's okay if I look a little bit shinier because I want that moisture to lock in, and then I top it off with a little bit of the moisturizer after the serum, and I'm good to go. So that's basically my skincare regimen. I highly recommend trying it out. I'm so excited and pleased with how my skin has been looking. I mean, I am 4 months postpartum. Normally this is the time when I am just a hormonal mess, and I have had the most balanced, the most radiant skin, no pun intended, that I've had in a very, very long time, and I really credit it all to the trio. So, you know, have fun using yours. I hope you can experiment around with what your best skincare regimen is, but I did want to share what mine is so you all know how I am utilizing these amazing products. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.